This is I Only Touch Greatness Remix. Scan the code and follow.
So,
Right.
I was like, okay.
Speaking of that, man, because I this what really truly means a lot to me because we're talking about how much a song had impact, and you've been in pretty much some of the songs that really impact me, like Trap to Brenda's Got a Baby. You even had a little line, not a line, like you had an appearance in Brenda's Got a Baby, and listening to that, how much did Pac have impact on the group, and how much impact did Pac have
on your life?
On your life,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's funny because during the time, we were big bro. You know what I mean? Because we kind of brought him in, but in hindsight, it's like he, even to this day, inspires me because just if you were ever in the room or in the studio with Pac and you could witness his work ethic and the way and how focused he was and how much drive he had towards reaching and obtaining his goal and the fact that nobody was going to tell him no or stop him from achieving those goals, like to really witness that and see it and to live with it every day, it rubs off on you. You know what I mean? Because you can, when you get used to seeing that, when you see somebody else doing the opposite, it stands out. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so for me, he kind of the drive that he had still drives me because I know what real drive and what real focus looks like. I know what work ethic is. I can say, we can tell anybody, we can try to tell ourselves that we're doing the best that we can do or we're doing as much as we can. But when you see somebody really doing it and you know what it looks like, you can't lie to yourself. You're like, nah, I'm not really doing everything that I can because if Pac would be doing this and doing that.
Yeah. Do you you have a book too called Hype Man?
Yeah, I do have a book. It's written, it's finished. I'm waiting to decide how I'm going to publish it.
Okay.
A few options on the table. I hope to have it out this year. Yeah.
Okay.
It's and it's the story of my whole life. Like I told you, from I don't want people to think of it as a hip hop book or a book about rap shit. You know what I mean? It's about my life. So like I said, it's me being privy to everything that was happening and being around, coming up with parents and the Black Panther Party raising me as a young child, also surviving and navigating through Oakland in the mid to late 80s when the crack epidemic hit and really, a lot of the crime and violence, the things that came behind that, I really lived through that. And then you move on to the early 90s with Digital Underground and Tupac and everything else. And then even after that, what people don't know, a lot of things happened in my life. Even after that, I'll talk about in my book, you know what I mean? Some tragedies, some things like that. But, it's an interesting read, once it come out, I do.
Ryan is probably the biggest Tupac fan there is in Canada. Yeah, he named his dog after him.
I was trying to get my dog Tupac to come here.
Oh, are you on you're in Vancouver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I used to like going to Richards on Richards.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, the place has been closed now for maybe 15 years, but
yeah, I know it's closed a long time ago, but we actually used to be in there.
Okay. What do you think of Van City then? I never knew that you've ever been here. So what do you think of Van City?
Loved it.
Okay.
I mean, obviously for people now, it doesn't seem like much, but if you're from there and like Vancouver was open with the cannabis a long time ago. You know what I mean? So we used to go there, like we'd be performing in Vancouver and motherfuckers come up, it's like, I'll trade you this bud for one of your Budweisers. You know what I'm saying? And give them a beer from the stage and they give you a big ass stick. And I remember one time We were in Vancouver, and this dude gave me some weed. I'll never forget it. And it was so light green, it looked like it was glowing, like almost like it glowed in the dark. But we had to leave. We had to leave Vancouver that night and come back, so I couldn't take it with me. So and I'm not really a big smoker, so I gave it to our DJ, and he was trying to smoke it off before we got back. It's crazy shit. But I do remember one time I was there, and I was giving these dudes in the bar some shit. I was like, "What's this about? It's about the boot, the boot." Oh. And I was fucking with him, and he started getting mad. And then I started talking about what's the dude's name on South Park, Terrence and fucking
Terrence and Phillips.
Yeah. And they got upset. And I thought it was funny. He was like, "That shit ain't funny. That's not how we are." And I was like, "Come on, man, what's that about?"
Yeah. we did an interview the other day with this football guy from somewhere in Louisiana, and he couldn't understand a word I was saying, and he'd never heard anything even close to Canadian English before. So
you probably couldn't understand him either.
No, yeah, he wasn't too bad actually.
Was y'all on Yo MTV Raps too? How was that working, like being a part of Yo MTV Raps back in the days? That was real iconic, interviews back in the days. How was it like talking to like people like Fab Five and Ed Lover and Dr. J? How was it, being on stuff like that?
It was dope, but the dopest thing about it is the fact that we actually developed true friendships with a lot of these people. That when you see them, or if you even social media, you can connect and find people, right? But because I have my own show, the Going Way Back show, so I bring artists on my show, and it's just real easy to talk to legends because I already know them.
Right.
Like we have history. I have history with the history.
Yeah,
because I'm part of the history.
Right. And a little bit of the show too, because I never knew you had a podcast until I looked at the interview. I was like, damn, I didn't know you had a podcast. And where can I find that podcast too?
I had Roxanne Shante on last night.
I know. I saw that, and I was pretty impressed by that.
He called me right away. He's like, "I'm so jealous." He's like, "Money B just had her on." I'm like, "No way."
Yeah. So I got Heather B next week, and probably Chuck Chill Out or Pharaoh Monch right after that. So we're just doing it.
Oh, that's gonna be a perfect lineup, man. For real. Like I see, like, and another thing, man, I wanted to know: are you going to try to get back in the studio? Or are you still going to get in the album or any new album from?
Absolutely.
Yeah, what's up with your new stuff? You want to plug it here? It's a good opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, soon, Money Being Young Hump, we got like 30 songs in the can. We were wrapping up right before the pandemic hit, and we just decided not to release anything during that time because we couldn't go out and promote. Like our main tool of promotion is our shows because we have such a great show, and we couldn't be out amongst the people. So we let's just sit on it. So we're gonna go back through the catalog and see which songs are still relevant, touch up some of them. I'm also working on a solo album, the Money B album, and I have some other projects that I have my hand in and dabbling in. So the music is going to come. And I'm going to release a soundtrack with my book. So.
Oh, wow. That's dope. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mike, what do you think? Yeah. Oh, I got one favorite movie.
Yeah.
My favorite movie, one of my favorite movies is Menace to Society because it just reminded me, like every character in that movie, I knew somebody that had that same character. I knew every one of those characters I knew personally. In my real life.
Hey, Money B, we don't want to hold you too long. We know you got to go. I just want to thank you so much for taking the time for us today and coming on and chatting with us. We're big fans of yours, and we will continue to be big fans. We can't wait to hear your new shit.
Oh, absolutely. So, just stay tapped in on Instagram and Twitter at MoneyB69 because anything I do, I always promote it there, or at the Digital Underground Facebook page or the Money B Facebook page.